Key 1. Stoic: stop trying to force life to bend to your desires. Instead, learn to accept the flow of reality as it is. Embrace each moment, and you'll discover that fulfillment isn't about achieving something external, but about living in alignment with the present. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running after something, always trying harder, but never feeling like it's enough? That no matter how much you accomplish, the world still seems to brand you as a failure? Let's dive into a perspective that could change everything. What if being labeled a loser isn't the curse we've been conditioned to believe it is, but instead a powerful gateway to true happiness? In a world where more is constantly demanded, more wealth, more recognition, more success, it's easy to feel like you're always a step behind. The finish line moves further away the harder you chase it. But what if success isn't about accumulating things or accolades? What if the idea of being a loser could actually be the catalyst to unlocking a more meaningful life? The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, redefined what success means. For them, success was not measured by the accumulation of wealth or fame, but by cultivating inner virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. They believed that true fulfillment comes not from external circumstances, but from mastering our inner world. Take Epictetus, for instance. He taught that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have absolute power over how we respond. Inner peace and freedom are found not by attempting to change the world, but by changing how we approach it. The richest person, he argued, isn't the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor with wealth and power beyond measure, found true value not in luxury, but in simplicity and virtue. His meditations were filled with reminders to master oneself, to live with integrity, and to align with nature's flow. Seneca, too, emphasized that happiness rooted in virtue is immune to the unpredictable tides of fortune. To them, true success wasn't about what you have, but who you are. This Stoic perspective is echoed in other philosophies as well. Aristotle believed that true happiness comes from living virtuously in harmony with reason. Socrates championed self-awareness and personal growth, suggesting that an unexamined life is one not worth living. Even modern thinkers like Carl Jung focused on self-realization as the highest form of fulfillment. Becoming who you truly are, Jung argued, is the ultimate goal of life, a concept that mirrors Stoic ideals of authenticity and inner peace. So, why does the fear of being called a loser hold such power over us? It's because society has established external benchmarks for success, things like a high-paying job, social recognition, or material wealth. If we don't meet these expectations, we're often quick to label ourselves as failures. But Stoicism offers a radical alternative. External validation doesn't define us. What truly matters is our inner state, how we respond to the world, how resilient we are in adversity, and our ability to maintain peace of mind no matter the circumstances. The fear of being seen as a loser is rooted in our desire for approval from others. We exhaust ourselves in pursuit of success defined by society, but true happiness comes from self-acceptance. This doesn't mean we should stop pursuing goals or stop working hard. It simply means doing so without attachment to the outcome. The Stoics encourage us to give our best, while understanding that we cannot control the results. There is profound freedom in realizing that your worth doesn't rely on external markers. When you embrace this Stoic mindset, you'll stop fearing the label of loser and start focusing on what truly matters, living a life of authenticity, inner peace, and genuine fulfillment. Key 1. Stoic: our true worth is not measured by the praise we receive from others or the standards society tries to impose on us. When we let go of the fear of failure and stop allowing ourselves to be labeled as losers, we unlock the freedom to live authentically. We begin to pursue what truly matters to us, without the heavy burden of judgment or the pressure to fit into a mold. This mindset shift enables us to reconnect with a more meaningful definition of success, one that isn't dictated by external forces, but by our own values. If you look around, you'll notice that success is often portrayed in narrow terms: wealth, fame, status. These ideals are everywhere, on billboards, in magazine covers, on social media posts. But who exactly decides what success should look like? Why should we allow someone else's version of success to dictate how we feel about our own lives and achievements? The term loser is frequently thrown around as an insult based on arbitrary, surface-level standards. But what if we took a moment to challenge this status quo? What if we redefine success on our own terms, creating a broader, more inclusive definition? Think about the owner of a small, cozy cafe. It might not be the next big chain, but it's a place full of warmth, passion, and connection. Regulars don't just visit for the coffee. They come for the sense of community, the familiarity, and the love infused into the space. Isn't that a form of success? Or consider someone in the tech industry, quietly working on innovative projects that could improve lives or even change the world. Their work might not make headlines, but the impact could be significant. Success, in this case, is not about recognition or financial gain. It's about purpose and contribution, however humble they may seem. When you really think about it, success is deeply personal. It's about finding fulfillment in what we do, whether that's nurturing a family, developing a craft, or serving our community. It's about the joy we derive from our daily lives, the small victories we celebrate along the way. This idea of success aligns closely with the wisdom of thinkers like Aristotle, who spoke of eudaimonia, the concept of flourishing or fulfilling one's true potential. He believed that the most meaningful success comes from living virtuously, in harmony with our values, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. And modern psychology supports this idea too. Happiness and fulfillment are linked to engaging in activities that align with our core values, not in chasing societal markers like wealth or status. So why not redefine success on our own terms? Why not judge our achievements based on what brings us joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose, rather than on what society expects? Whether it's growing a garden, writing poetry, or teaching children, these deeply personal pursuits are where true success lies. Let's start celebrating these different forms of success, recognizing the value in those who may not fit the traditional mold, but are leading lives full of meaning and purpose. By shifting our perspective, we can create a world that is more compassionate, understanding, and fulfilling for everyone. In a society that often equates success with material wealth or public recognition, we have the power to redefine what truly matters. And in doing so, we can all find success in our own way. The dangers of external pursuits. Stoicism teaches us that basing our happiness on external achievements, things that are beyond our control, can leave us vulnerable and unfulfilled. Imagine pinning all your hopes on financial success or public approval. It's like trying to build a house on sand. It's unstable and unreliable. Epictetus, one of the Stoic philosophers, warned us about chasing after external goods, because they are fleeting and can be taken from us at any moment. What no one can ever take from us, however, is our character, our inner virtues, resilience, and our ability to live by our values are the foundation of true happiness. Epictetus advocated for cultivating inner virtues like contentment, self-restraint, and focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. Happiness, he argued, doesn't come from material possessions, but from the way we live our lives. It's about finding peace within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. Think about it. How often do we see people with everything? Wealth, fame, luxury, and yet they are unhappy? On the other hand, there are those who, despite facing hardship and lacking material wealth, exude joy and contentment. What's their secret? They've realized that happiness comes from within, from living in alignment with their values and focusing on what they can control. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic, reminded us that external events themselves are indifferent. It's our judgment of them that causes suffering. He encouraged us to focus on cultivating virtues like patience, integrity, and compassion. Similarly, Seneca emphasized that true peace of mind comes from within, from the ability to live in harmony with nature and reason. In today's world, where success is often linked to material wealth or public status, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It invites us to question the promises of happiness that come with these external pursuits and to reflect on what truly matters. Embracing loserdom as freedom. What are we really chasing in life? And at what cost? Society often tells us that letting go of the race for external success means we'll be labeled a loser. But what if that label is exactly what grants us freedom? What if stepping off the treadmill of external validation allows us to find peace and authenticity? Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca weren't just theorists. They were practical thinkers who found true freedom in redefining success. When we stop seeking approval based on wealth, status, or fame, society may call us a loser. But what do we gain in return? We gain the opportunity to live life on our own terms, to align with our values, and to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Stoicism teaches that these internal qualities are the true markers of success. When you embrace the freedom of defining success for yourself, you'll realize that your worth is not found in external judgments. It's found in your character. Your ability to remain composed, to choose your response to life's challenges, and to live in accordance with your values is what truly defines your success. Key 1. Stoic true success is something far more profound than what society often defines it to be. Think about the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who, despite his extraordinary wealth and immense power as an emperor, placed his focus on simplicity and inner peace. He understood that external achievements are fleeting, here one moment, gone the next. What truly remains, however, is your sense of self, your resilience, and your inner tranquility. Then there's Seneca, who warned against the dangers of chasing after fleeting rewards, emphasizing the futility of sacrificing our serenity for unstable, external validations. He advocated for a life of moderation, prioritizing the enrichment of the soul over material wealth. His words still resonate today. True fulfillment lies not in what we gain, but in who we become. Now, imagine how different the world would be if we, too, started valuing inner peace over external success. What kind of society would we create? One less consumed by anxiety and stress, more connected to what truly matters. A society where success isn't measured by the things we own or the titles we hold, but by the peace we cultivate within ourselves. Embracing loserdom, in the Stoic sense, isn't about giving up ambition or stopping the pursuit of goals. It's about redefining ambition on your own terms. Ask yourself, am I chasing this because I truly value it, or because I'm afraid of how others will perceive me if I don't? By stepping away from society's expectations, you're not abandoning ambition. You're liberating yourself to pursue a life aligned with your deepest values. When you let go of external pressures, you create space to live authentically. You focus on the richness of your experiences, the depth of your relationships, and the tranquility of your inner world. Stoicism teaches us that our true worth is not determined by superficial markers like job titles, bank accounts, or social media status. Instead, our value comes from something far more enduring: our character, our virtues, and the way we respond to life's challenges. Take Epictetus as an example. Born into slavery and facing unimaginable hardship, he became one of the most respected philosophers of his time, not because of external wealth or status, but because he understood that our true value comes from within. His integrity, kindness, and adherence to his principles were his most cherished possessions. Even Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, constantly reminded himself to be humble, to reflect on his actions, and to prioritize ethics over power. His meditations were not about accumulating more wealth or influence. They were reflections on living a virtuous and meaningful life. Seneca, 2. Despite his wealth and social standing, emphasized simplicity, inner peace, and moral integrity. He recognized that life's truest treasures are not found in material things, but in wisdom, tranquility, and a virtuous mind. Now, imagine living a life that's authentic to you, where your daily moments are filled with things that resonate with your core values. It might not look like success to the outside world. Perhaps you find joy in quiet mornings, reading thought-provoking books, or engaging in conversations that nourish your soul. According to Stoicism, this is where true value lies, not in accolades or material achievements, but in your ability to live with purpose, cultivate inner strength, and respond to life's trials with grace and resilience. If ever you feel like you're not measuring up to society's standards of success, remember, your worth is not dependent on external approval or material gain. It is about how you live, how you treat others, and how you engage with the world. Embracing the Stoic mindset doesn't mean rejecting external success. It means understanding that your happiness and sense of self-worth aren't based on it. You can enjoy success, yes, but your inner peace doesn't rely on it. Now consider the freedom this perspective offers. The fear of failure, the anxiety of judgment, and the toxic comparison with others become irrelevant. You're free to pursue your passions, to embrace your unique quirks, and to live authentically because you know that your value lies in who you are, not what you achieve. This mindset also shifts how we view challenges. Instead of seeing setbacks as disasters, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth, chances to practice our virtues and strengthen our character. This is what the Stoics meant when they spoke of using obstacles as fuel for our inner fire. Whether you're basking in success or facing criticism, remember that these external circumstances don't define you. Your true victory lies in maintaining your inner tranquility, in nurturing your resilience, and in living in alignment with your deepest values. The most profound victories are those won in the quiet chambers of your own heart. So, as you navigate the path ahead, honor your values and let your inner tranquility be your greatest triumph. Life's true riches aren't measured by what the world applauds, but by the peace, strength, and authenticity you cultivate within yourself. By embracing Stoicism, you're not just rejecting superficial measures of success. You're affirming something deeper and more enduring about yourself. You're choosing to define your worth by your character, your actions, and the life you choose to live.